The Planning and Zoning Commission of the City of Gun Barrel City, Texas will meet in a regular Planning and Zoning meeting in City Hall, City Council Chambers located at 1716 West Main Street, Gun Barrel City, Texas, 75156 on Monday, July 8th, 2024 at 6 p.m. I call this meeting to order. Roll call from my left, please.
McCullough here.
Towner here.
Weller here.
Key here.
Wilmoth here.
Do we have any citizens' comments, Ms. Atkinson? All right, moving into new business, 1A. Consider and take action to approve the June 10th, 2024 previous meeting minutes. May I have a motion?
I move that we consider and approve the June 10th, 2024 previous meeting minutes. My name is Roy Key.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
McCullough, second.
I have a motion from Mr. Key and a second from Mr. McCullough. Are there any addition or corrections to the meeting minutes? Hearing none, vote for my left, please.
McCullough, yes.
Towner, yes.
Weller, yes.
Key, yes.
Wilmoth, yes.
Motion carries. 1B, public hearing on a request from Desiree Caulfield to grant a special use permit to Rogue Rhino Tattoo located at 831 West Main Street, Suite F, Gun Barrel City, Texas, owned by DBL-J Properties 1 LLC, to allow for a tattoo and piercing studio. I now declare the public hearing open. Anyone wish to speak? Seeing no one, I close the public hearing, and I was remiss to recognize the city manager and the city mayor in attendance. We thank you for your attendance. Item 1C, discuss and/or take action to make a recommendation to the city council on a request from Desiree Caulfield to grant a special use permit to Rogue Rhino Tattoo located at 831 West Main Street, Suite F, Gun Barrel City, Texas, owned by DBL-J Properties 1 LLC, to allow for a tattoo and piercing studio. We will now hear from Ms. Atkinson.
Okay, we received an application on June 18th, 2024. Public hearings were sent to the newspaper on the 28th, and letters mailed to the property owner within 200 feet of the property on July 5th. Public hearing notice was published in the paper for the Planning and Zoning and City Council meeting on July 7th, which is the 15 days prior to the City Council meeting. P&Z, which was scheduled for today, July 8th, and then the regular City Council meeting is scheduled for July 23rd. I sent 10 letters. This is the 200 feet boundary. I received 0 letters in response.
Thank you.
Oh, hold on, sorry. Okay. This is where, this is 831 West Main Street, Suite F. Here's the street view of the location. And then this is the, in General Business District B2, tattoo studios are permitted by special use permit. This is the regulations. Again, when we had this the last time, we discussed this, but I'll go ahead and go over it again. Under 156.094, tattoo studios, in addition to complying with the regular requirements applicable in such establishments within the B2 district, 2 certain specific regulations must be adhered to. The tattoo studios are prohibited from operating within 1,000 feet of any church, public, or private school residential zoning district. And basically how it's measured, with a straight line from the nearest part of the tattoo premises to the nearest property line of the school. However, the city council has the authority to reduce or waive the separation distance if it is determined that the tattoo studio's operation would not pose a threat to public health, safety, or welfare, if it would not be offensive to the neighborhood. tattoo studios must consistently maintain compliance with all Texas state laws concerning the establishment. So I did a 1,000-foot boundary. All of the blue that you see on here is residential, and then the yellow is the two churches that are located within. As discussed last time, we did do some research on another tattoo studio, and it is actually within 1,000 feet of these same residents and church as well. And then this is the approximate location is approximately 780 feet from the Cedar Creek Church at 142 Rodney, and then 415 feet of the Lifeline Church at 110 Welch. And then the 800 feet from the existing residence front door in a residential area. And that's it. The applicant is here if you have any questions for her.
Commissioners, this is, if you will remember, the location that we just recently discussed that was going to be housed by Tattoo Mafia. I just want to be upfront about that. When Brooke mentions this has come before, it came before as a Tattoo Mafia location. So you're seeing a familiar location, same story. And it has now come before us again as with a new owner, correct? Right, for Rogue Rhino Tattoo as opposed to Tattoo Mafia.
Right. I believe the owner is here. Does anyone have any questions?
I'd like to clear that up. Did you just say that Tattoo Mafia has withdrawn its application, or?
I think the owner might be happy to answer any questions you have about that relationship between them and Tattoo Mafia. I would recommend you ask them.
Great. If you would come to the microphone, please, and Mr. Key will ask you his question.
As for the previous lady, she's cut ties completely. At first, we were going to go partners, but she was recently married, has more children now, runs a shop in Dallas, and she said it was just too hectic for her. So we took over the lease completely with Johnny Trout, DBL. So everything is completely in my name now. So she has nothing to do with anything anymore.
Thank you for answering that.
You're welcome.
And Commissioners, with a special use permit, when the property changes owners or the lease changes,
Permit has-
they must come back before the commissioners to ask for another special use permit.
A slight correction by the chair. I did not ask for a motion to discuss, but moving forward, I would now call for a motion to recommend approval of, to make a recommendation of approval to the City Council on a request from Desiree Caulfield to grant a special use permit to Rogue Rhino Tattoo located at 831 West Main Street, Suite F, Condabaro City, Texas, owned by DBL-J Properties 1 LLC to allow for a tattoo and piercing studio. May I have a motion?
Key, so moved to accept item 1C in full as it is presented.
I have a motion from Commissioner Key. Do I have a second?
Towner, second.
I have a motion from Mr. Key and a second from Commissioner Towner. Any other discussion? Then vote from my left, please.
McCullough, yes.
Towner, yes.
Weller, yes.
Key, yes.
Wilmuth, yes.
Motion passes. May I have a motion to adjourn?
I move that we adjourn.
Let the record reflect we are adjourning at 6:09 PM.
And I'm Roy Key. I made that motion.
Ay, 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 ay.